Hello everyone, and thank you so much again for joining me here at the Galaxy with God Love Notes. If you're new to my channel, my name is Beverly. Okay, the topic I have for today is we are one in a million. Actually, there is no two persons on this planet that is exactly the same. Each of us has different, unique abilities, the blueprint that make us each, all of us, is completely different. Take for example, fingerprinting. No two persons have the same fingerprint because we are all different. Different traits, different character, different characteristics. We are special. God makes us special so we can do His work special for His purpose. So we are here to serve the Master, the Divine. That is our purpose, to serve God by serving His people, mankind. So this is our purpose. So when a person comes into our lives and believing that they are being deceptive or using us in any way that benefits just them, guess what? They are just fooling themselves, because the day when you realize exactly what the person's plans are and you remove that comfort blanket from underneath their feet, they're gonna be hit so hard on that concrete, chances are they're barefooted already. They're gonna be hit so hard against those rocks, and they are left on their own to figure out how to go about picking up the pieces. So don't be dismayed if a person should come to your life and want to treat you the way they think you deserve. You know, still love them, share with them, but keep in mind that God allows this. God allows this to happen to us so we can learn a lesson. Even though the lesson might be painful, it might hurt to the core, but at the same time, if there's not a lesson, well, if there's not a test, there is no testimony. And God wants for us to use ourselves as an example to teach others so that people do not make the same mistake that we make when we were not awakened. So, not because a person treats you bad, meaning you're gonna in turn treat them bad. No, that's not how it should work. You're gonna withdraw your energy, of course, but you're gonna have to love them from afar. All right. So each day, regardless of the test or the testimony that you have to live with a thankful heart each day. What I practice to do is make a list of the things in my life that I'm thankful for. A list of things, people, or anything that you really appreciate. Make a list of it. Look at it each day, and to make sure you are in alignment with them. You know, just as a refresher each day. So do not sorry, I'm tongue tied. Do not let negative people who have treated you negatively, you put out that same negative energy back into the atmosphere. No. Do not share your negative feelings to people. You know, I know it's hard to say, but we have to learn how to balance energies. As for me, I'm a sponge. I absorb and absorb a lot, but we have to learn how to balance it, you know. Look at the good in every situation using your discernment. I'm not saying to walk around with bright petal glasses so we see things in all beautiful colors. Not everybody you can look at like that, because some is like a devil in disguise. So we have to use our discernment. So people come into our life to teach us a lesson. It either is a lesson, a blessing, or a test. Lesson, blessing, or a test. So without a test, there is no testimony. Keep in mind, take for example, the seed, a PEA, or I could use the analogy of the butterfly. It goes through stages. It goes through stages in order to become an adult. So for example, the seed, you put it in the soil, few days time it will germinate. So you're gonna have to break the seed coat or the tester for it to become a new plant. So the same analogy applies to us when we have to go through these hard and painful changes. We have to break down from that seed to grow into a new plant, to grow into a new person with love on top of that. So life is just like that. To make us be a new person, we have to leave the old and familiar environment, our people, our places behind us, to venture into our new life, or the new plant, or new beautiful butterfly. So don't be afraid to try new things. My philosophy is, I prefer to try and fail, but never fail to try. I always believe in this. I prefer to try and fail, but never fail to try. Okay, so when we are encountered by users and abusers, they always come back, because the same great treatment that we gave to them, they are looking for that same treatment in other people, from other people. It doesn't exist in everybody, because not everybody is made equally in terms of the moral, the value, or they see life, God. Not everybody has the same moral values and character. So they normally come back, because whatever they encountered first from you, they are looking for it from everybody else. That does not exist. So just keep in mind, do not walk in resentment when these things happen to us. We're not supposed to be resenting the world and treat the world bad because one person treats us bad. See the good in all things. Look for the best out of everybody and everything, but brace for the worst just in case. Okay? So always remember, even though these people might treat us like we are nothing, just remember, we are divinely made in God's image to do his work. So if they treated, as in the Bible, if they treated Jesus the way they did, how you think they're gonna treat us? They're gonna treat us maybe worse, because no servant is higher than their master, and that was somewhere in the Bible. And if they treated him that way, there's no way we are gonna expect to be treated as queen and kings, by people who is of low vibration. So people with low vibration, you just got to pray for them to build up their vibration and to let them be a better person. Pray for your enemies. Pray for your enemies, because even though they maybe seem to be your enemies, they're here for a reason, to teach us lessons. So without a lesson, chances are there's no blessing. When you pass that test, you are being elevated because you learned something, learn enough so you can pass on that lesson to someone else. And don't treat them as your enemies. Pray for them and move on. There's a part in the Bible that says, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul, with all your mind and with all your strength. love your neighbors as yourself. And this is in Mark 12, Mark 12, 30 to 31, and Matthew 22, 37 to 39. So with everything, remember, love is the highest vibration that's on this planet. Love your neighbors as yourself. Your neighbors might not be your immediate neighbor house next door. It could be your co-workers, it could be your family. But even though they are negative towards you, that does not mean you have the right to treat them the way they treat you. Remember, love them equally as well as the person who treats you well. Don't love them less, because they're here for a purpose, to teach us a lesson, until they are aware enough to change their life over, so they can in turn teach other people the same principles. So I'm going to leave you with this. Always love your neighbor as yourself, even though they might not treat you well, but love them just the same. Love your neighbors as yourself. Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with all thy might, with all thy strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. Love is the highest vibration on this planet. Emanate it. How do you show love? Even though a person might treat you crude, to the point where your heart is just like falling out. You want to cry so bad, you hit the ground. They could actually mop you from the floor, but keep in mind, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities and powers in high places. These people are not operating from a space of themselves. They're operating from a demonic space. So allow them their time, pray for them to change, because they will eventually change, so they can be better persons. So love your neighbor as yourself. Don't treat them bad because they treat you bad. Be of service to these people who even treat you bad. If they come to you for encouragement because something is wrong in their lives, always be there to assist them, because they need us. When a child is rude, you scold that child, but at the same time, you cannot disband them. You can't say they're not yours. We are responsible for teaching these people to be better people. So all our life, this is our purpose, to serve mankind. We are not going to find, just like we have many different colors of flowers, red, white, blue, green, roses, bougainvillea, different type, different species. Yes, people are of different characters. So we have to accept people for who they are, love them still, and at the same time, pray for them. Have a good day. If you like my content, please like and share, and I'll see you in the other one. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.